today we're going to be taking the Cub. We're actually going to throw some guns in here and we're going to head up to this private ranch. So we're going to get up there, we're going to do some testing on grass because it's a grass strip. Now I will tell you that we have permission from the owners to go up there and do some filming, to land on the property and stuff, because it's not an airport, it's not on any maps or anything, so we have to kind of get our way in there by the streets and doing some VFR flights. We're going to probably do a little bit of shooting, but more importantly, we're going to do a couple of tests in the plane. I want to test on grass and just kind of redo my charts on, because they have a little bit of thick grass there. So this plane does actually pretty well on grass. So we're going to get in the grass and then we're going to measure our takeoffs and stuff and just get that on chart and verify that. We're probably going to land in Okeechobee Lake too, because I want to do the same thing. I got a couple of spots up in Okeechobee that I can measure takeoff from point A to when we are off the water, and then we go back to Google Map and then we'll map that and find out, you know, how many feet for us to get off the water on a day that we're going to have a lot of weight in the plane. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. We'll do our pre-flights right now and we'll see you in the air in a minute.
All right, so we're in the air. We're heading to our location. It's a little bit west of Lake Okeechobee. It's somebody's private land, and it's a big private ranch with a grass strip that they mow, and it's they got a little shooting range and stuff there. Maybe we'll do some shooting today, but we wanted to just get out, do some flying. One thing I love about the X-Cub on floats, not only can we go in the water all over here and keys and things like that, but go to some private places, but you know, we can get in some pretty remote places. I can get in and out of less than 1,000 feet. You know, we've landed in people's driveways up here in Florida, and some really short strips, and you know, we can get out in about 400 or 500 feet. And today we just tested it. We did 400 feet at half weight, full fuel. I should say half cargo and people, full fuel. And we were out 400 feet, and the trailing link gear on this is great. You know, even with a little bit of thick grass or whatever, you'll see today when we get to some places up here that it does pretty well. So one thing I love about the X-Cub there. And then of course shouting out to Aviation. We've been using our helmet now for a while, and we're loving that. A whole new ball of wax when it comes to helmets. First time I've seen something that's kind of innovated a little bit. But anyway, we're heading out there. We're actually just getting over Lake Okeechobee right now. And we land over in this area quite a bit. There's a couple cool islands right here. Over to the right is what's called the treehouse. And we can land right over here at our 2 o'clock, pull right up to a little beach, walk up onto this island, and the island right there has a really big, I mean like a house up in the tree, called the treehouse. Actually, if you go to the E3 SkyShare app and go to Lake Okeechobee on the south side of Lake Okeechobee on the E3 SkyShare app, that actually location for planes is on there, and that island has a big hiking path all around the island, so pretty cool there. And then you'll probably see another location on the E3 SkyShare map right below us where we are now. They have a nice little marina, a beach area and things, so we've landed basically right here at our 1 o'clock down below, 1 o'clock low, and pulled up to the little resort that you see here at our 2 o'clock. So we land right here in the lake, we taxi into the resort right there. There's some food, docks, there's beaches and things, so that's a cool place. If you haven't checked out the E3 SkyShare, go ahead and check that out. E3 SkyShare is inside the E3 Aviation membership. There's thousands of locations, unique locations, all over the country, whether it's bush flying or, you know, just backcountry strips, or unique locations like landing at a racetrack or landing at a 5-star restaurant, or places like we just talked about here at the treehouse. Or so if you're bush, general aviation, backcountry pilot, Seaplane, I mean all the way up to New Hampshire, some beautiful places, Airbnbs with their own runways. Check that out on E3 SkyShare, really cool. So we're, looks like we're about 20 minutes out from where we're going today, and might have some friends there and stuff in their Cubs, and hopefully maybe we can shoot a few rounds at their range, and then have a little bit of food, then we'll head back. So we'll see you on the ground. Take care. 10, square one, blue and white amphib. We're 70. We're gonna head left downwind for 5. We're looking. We got you guys on the radar here. I'm watching this cub that's right underneath us here. Good. I'm gonna wait for him to go in, and then we'll run in behind. All right, we got this field in sight. There's an aircraft on there taxiing back. Slow it down here.
1 whiskey is down, back taxi.
Verify, gear down. On the floats, in the mirrors, 4 green. There's the power lines. And there we can drop down now.
Sir 1, this is White Tip Fox, 2 miles to the southeast.
So here we are, landing on the grass strip right here by the range. As you can see, we got more planes taking off from Square One Ranch here, so there they go. And then here we are, so we get to pull up right here at the range. Pistol range here, long range here, steel targets. Again, Square One Ranch, this place is really kind of incredible. Be able to fly in, shoot, go out in the wilderness. You can even camp here, you can bring your RV here. They got all kinds of stuff going on. So most of the planes are here. I guess we're gonna have about 30 planes today. Here's another one just like ours. So we came in here in our NX Cub. Here's another NX Cub on floats. We've been loving this plane. It even worked great on the grass and things, but let's take a walk around. Now we've got a NX here on nose gear, which is awesome. We're looking to get the nose gear for ours. Got a Great Lakes here that we'll look at. So we're stopping at this one, just kind of show you guys the shotgun suites. So of course, Station 11, they'll give it to you up at the desk here, but really good first class equipment. Stuff's all new, works great. And you got your own little areas here throughout the whole property. So just depending on where you want to be, what you want to do, you can talk to the front desk and they'll get you out here to some of these. So really cool, laid back, quiet areas, not in the city, not inside in some place. Love being outdoors in the environment.
All right, everybody, so we're getting ready to blast off out of the ranch here. We're at Square One Ranch, and we're gonna head back to Fort Lauderdale, but I'm gonna take this opportunity because this grass here and the grass is kind of thick today. So I like to occasionally, when I get a chance like this and I have good reference points, I wanna go ahead and do a check and find out, what's my ground rule, the takeoff run, when I got some thick grass like this. The wind's calm right now, so that's good. And I'm gonna start at a tree and then we'll just reference where we get off the ground and where we get over 50-foot obstacle. And when we get back, we'll put that on Google map and measure that and figure out what that looks like. And we're probably gonna do it on the way home too. I wanna do it while it's calm, wind, in the water. I'm gonna do a water landing and probably do the exact same thing. Just to always keep reference of how things are going and how things are running. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear the area. We're good to go here. We already did our run-ups. Feels good, props forward. We are good to roll here, so. And Square One, we got a blue and white amphib departing to the south. All right, so we're gonna get up here to a reference point. I wanna be at a dead stop. And this is a good test because we got a lot of weight in the plane today. All right, so I got a point right here. We're gonna go dead stop. I know where this tree is, and then we'll see where we lift off the ground here. And do a quick check again. We're good to go. Here we go. Everybody, so we're halfway back, and we're coming up to the lake here, and we're going to look for a spot. We've probably got some good spots today with calm wind there. We can verify our water roll, so to speak. But I did want to talk about, because we're flying low right now, and there's more birds everywhere. And I know that a lot of people, when they get birds in front of them and stuff, they'll try to dive away, or they'll try to fly away from the birds thinking they're not going to get a bird strike. You don't want to do that. You basically want to just stay straight. Hopefully you got good blinking lights or something going on. When we fly low, we always keep those pulse lights going. Because what's a bird do? If you ever think of what a bird does when they see that danger, they will dive and away. So as soon as they see you, they're going to dive and go away. If you really need to do some bird avoidance or something, what you want to do is pull your stick back, get your nose up, and go up and away. And the reason is that because that's what I just said. Birds will always dive down and away. And if you pull your nose up, then you're separating a little bit better. The other thing you're doing is you're protecting your windshield and things from bird strike coming through the windshield on a plane like this, or the extra or something. They'll come right through this windshield. So if it looks like you're definitely going to have a bird strike, and you want to do some kind of evasive move, you want to pull your nose up. That way there, if anything, they'll hit underneath the plane or go below you. Hopefully you don't get a prop strike in a plane like this. It will be pretty much a manhole cover at that point. But that's just a little tip I wanted to talk about birds. When you're flying these planes, and we're always down low, that's always an issue. And I'll tell you, in my early days of flying, I was flying in a Cheyenne too. And we had birds coming up, and I tried to do exactly that. I tried to avoid them, and we had a bird strike, cracked the windshield. Fortunately, those are hard windshields because the pressurized airplane didn't come through. We were low, so we weren't pressurized. We immediately landed. So I know from experience that, and then when I fly these planes low and slow, as long as I just stay steady, they always dive away, and I never had a close call with birds like that. Now, it doesn't mean you won't, but just a little tip on the bird strike. So here we are coming up on the lake. I kind of got a good sense for what the wind's doing. And looks like a really good situation. We can land into the wind, into the waves, and then come back and be able to do a test to feel for, turn this off, to get a feel for our water roll with the weight that we have in the aircraft today. So again, just like we did in the grass, got a good feel. I'll be able to measure that as soon as we land. As soon as we land, I'll be able to measure that, and I'm going to do the same thing here for water. So we're going to do our typical, do our 3 recon passes to check things out here. And we won't bore you on that part of it, but we'll get back with you when we're just about on approach on the water here. Okay, so we did our 3 recon passes, and we got our wind down, we got our waves down, and we got some good points here that we know that we can test. So we're going to get on the water here, come back, and we'll test our takeoff roll here. We did our short final check. Gear is up. We verified.
Gear up for water landing. 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 Gear up for water landing.
Okay, so let's go rudders down. A little bit of waves, not too bad. We're going to taxi back here. Surf back. A little bit of rudder control. Yeah, the wood wants the weather vane into the wind here. All right, we're up on top. Now we're out of the water. That's 2 islands, so let me mark those islands. Flaps coming up. Okay, so I got the 2 islands here. Let me on them so I know where we are.
Gear up.
So 1, 2, so 2 islands.
For water
2,
landing.
3.
Gear up for
Okay.
water landing. Gear up for water landing.
So we got a little measurement there. Wasn't that calm, but at least we got a good feel. It's a good test though. We got that little bit of rough water there. Probably about 6, 7 inches, not crazy. But that'll at least give us a little bit of an indication of what our water roll was with all the weight in the plane that we have. Then we'll head back. All right, guys, so we just had to navigate around some pretty big weather here you can see on the panel. But now we're getting behind a Cessna for straight in for 9er.
20 miles west of...
Okay, short final check, 3 greens, in the mirror, on the floats, and out front. I should say 4 greens. And fuels forward, props good.
The November 511 Mike Bob, Executive Tower. Item, please.
Wow, is it windy. With 23 knots crosswind here. Oh boy. We'll be definitely landing on 2 wheels first, on the left side. Right on.
Gear down for runway
And there's
landing.
our confirmation. Our speed's good. And it's blowing us off the runway. Wow. Like a glove.
Like a glove.
Tower 1, American 113, inbound for the visual 9.
All right, buddy. Plane's back in bed in the hangar. Long day. It's like 6 o'clock here and we left early this morning. But what a great flying day. It was beautiful out there. Little windy coming in on approach. You know, we had 25 knots, a little bit of crosswind, 25 knots with some gusts. And a little crazy, especially in a plane like this, but of course we greased it in. And we got to do some landings and check out our grass takeoff, which was cool. We did a landing in the water. It was a little rough in the waters, but we just decided because we didn't want to taxi back with those waves and the way the wind was weather vaning the plane, we just shoved off. But we do have some points that we can get now on the charts and check that out and see what our actual water roll was before we took off. I wanted to check it today because we had the plane loaded with camera equipment and firearms and all kinds of stuff that we had in there when we went up to the ranch. So we did that, had a whole bunch of good reference points that we're going to check out, and it was just a good day, good flying day. So make sure you like and subscribe because we got a bunch of stuff coming up and we have some huge surprises. Make sure you get the notification bell because over the next few weeks you're going to be at some big announcements coming on. So anyway, good day. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.